So apparently now attacking survivors is acceptable as long as you disagree with their politics. It's all good. So if you don't know who Sammy Woodhouse is, she's one of the survivors, one of the women that helped expose the grooming gang scandal in Rotherham. Do you remember her, Sammy Woodhouse? She's on X and she's on Instagram and what have you. So she's worked alongside campaigners, investigators that helped victims speak out, and supported the survivors, and she actually pushed for the truth to come out. And at a time when a lot of people wanted to stay silent, Sammy's voice was loud and clear. And remember, she's a survivor herself. She went through a horrific ordeal. Now, she's lived through horrors most of people couldn't even imagine. And instead of disappearing from public, what she did was she chose to fight for vulnerable girls because she knows how it felt. It happened to her. Now, of course, listen, you can disagree with her politics, you can debate her views, you can question her opinions. Of course you can. Of course we can, can't we? That's fair game, that's fine. But what's happening now is people aren't debating with her. It's just lazy abuse from people with no intelligence whatsoever. No intelligence of what to say, because instead of challenging her arguments properly, what they're doing is they're calling her, and wait for it, a grifter. A grifter. Honestly, after everything that woman's done and what she survived and everything she's done to raise awareness, she's probably one of the last people that you'd ever describe as a grifter. Come on. She spent years, hasn't she, speaking out, about exploitation, supporting victims. She's forcing difficult conversations that many people were too scared to even have. Was they? They were too scared to touch it. But now suddenly she's public enemy number one because she's now shown support for Rupert Lowe and Restore. So now the mob's turned on it. And this is the problem, isn't it, with online politics? Words like racist, Islamophobia, and now grifter just get thrown absolutely at everyone, don't they? They get thrown at everyone that people disagree with. It's the same old words, isn't it? And the words soon lose the meaning, don't they? They're just used as labels instead of actually having an argument with someone. And half the people shouting these insults can never explain properly themselves. Anyway, they can't explain themselves, can they? And that's why they shout these names and ask them for evidence, ask them for facts, ask them to explain the position logically. And most of the time, nothing. Just insults, name calling, drop piling. That's not intelligence, is it? That's not activism. And it's definitely not a debate, is it? You don't have to agree with Sammy Woodhouse. I'm not saying that on everything on her political views. But if your response is to say to a survivor speaking out about, the grooming gangs, and then you smear a character instead of engaging with it honestly, what's that saying? Maybe take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror, because attacking survivors for political points is a pretty ugly place for anyone to be, isn't it? That's just my views. What do you think? What do you think about these words that are getting all bandied around? Grifter, Islamophobic, what else is the racist, bigot? That's all Nazi. That's all everyone ever says, isn't it? Let me know in your comments, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Ta-ra.